been more difficult to achieve at Port, with a big professional field lining up for the first event in the National Series, again involving a 1,500-metre swim, 40-kilometre cycle and 10-kilometre run.
Most of Australia's leading triathletes had competed in this event in previous years. It was part of the now defunct National Ampol Series. But this event is still a major drawcard, and the professional wave fought for supremacy in the 1.5-kilometre swim. 18 minutes and 48 seconds later, Queensland teenager Lac Volmerhouse led out of the water, followed by world number 2 Brad Bevan, who was tipped to take control in the cycle. Another Queenslander, Troy Fidler, led a second pack of 8 swimmers who were just 15 seconds further back. Bevan loves a tough hilly course, and the Port Macquarie event is notorious for that. His total cycle time was 59 minutes, 2.5 minutes quicker than the rest of the field. Chasing Bevan up that big hill was the main pack of 7 cyclists, which included Miles Stewart, surprisingly axed from the World Championships, and consistent South Australian performer Shane Johnson. Last season, Bevan was forced out of the reckoning after breaking his derailleur with less than 5 kilometres to go. Now he had a chance to make amends. As hard as the other competitors tried, they just couldn't cut down the race leader's decisive advantage. Bevan was out on his own for the entire run. Not that he isn't used to that. He lives in Cairns and trains by himself. Reigning national champion Liz Heppel was in control in the women's race, but she didn't have the same advantage as Bevan. She led Bianca van Woezik by just over a minute. The main pack had dropped to just 2 chasers, and if anyone was to catch Bevan, it was expected to be Stewart on the left. The only time Bevan really slipped was during the run. Amongst the professionals, he set the 18th best time in his leg. Johnson had made an early surge in the run and had moved into second spot. But Miles Stewart, with the 3rd best time of 36 minutes, 37 seconds, was close behind in 3rd. Midway through the run, Volmerhouse and Brabham had made it a Queensland duo, with Fidler dropping off the pace. Despite a run of 38 minutes, 36 seconds, Bevan was still far too strong, finishing in 1 hour, 56 minutes, 23 seconds. As expected, Stewart again demonstrated his class in the run and finished up a minute and a half behind Bevan. Johnson recorded one of his best performances in recent seasons with a 3rd placing. His time was just 2 minutes slower than the winner. Predictably, Heppel held out in the run to again justify her #1 ranking.
The standard of the women's racing is improving a lot every couple of months or so, and it's a lot closer between the top women now than it used to be last year, so it's going to be sort of like a hard series.
Liz Heppel has become a full-time triathlete, and that's an ominous sign for her competition. By the way, later in the show, we'll bring you all the excitement from the inaugural New South Wales Women's Triathlon. A restricted field of 350 meant that entries closed